okay, I'm not a doctor, I don't save lives. I'm not a truck driver, and I don't have such responsibility. I'm also not a miner. I don't get my hands dirty. But honestly, today I think I have the worst job from all the other videos that I've created. Like, this is so hard, honestly, so hard. So I kind of have a specific approach to explain to you as many facts and differences and pros and cons that I can detect, but you guys requested it so much, I have to do it. We have Yum Pistachio Gelato from Kayali and her hundreds of dupes to talk about. Now, um, to be very honest with you, I love them all. Let's start with that. I love them all. The ones that I have, none is bad. They're all amazing. And it will mainly depend on how close of a dupe you want. And also it will depend on the bottle. With honestly, which bottle you like the best to get. Visuals. Because in most cases they're so good and they're so exactly the same as Yum Pistachio that it's insane almost. But I'm gonna rate them still, tell you my favorites, tell you my least favorite, etc, etc. So let's start with the actual Yum Pistachio Gelato. But now that I'm looking at the viewfinder, you probably might ask, what is that new bling bling that I have, hey? And that new bling bling is from Jeulia Jewelry, my darlings. My two new rings. Aren't they gorgeous? So I just got them, and they are a perfect me to me gift for my birthday that I had on the 11th of February, first of all. And second of all, Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you guys want to have a gift for yourself, or make your man get you something nice for Valentine's without breaking the bank, check out Jeulia, because now they have so many beautiful promos. And these two rings, I know I always keep saying whenever I get a new stuff from them that it's my favorite, but honestly these are my favorites. So I will link them below along with the discount code I have and all the promos for Valentine's that you might be interested in. So check out Jeulia, I love them so much. But yes, back to Kayali. This is a very specific fragrance, okay? This is a pistachio ice cream fragrance that has also some floral aspects and some fresh aspects. When it comes to the note structure of the OG, you have pistachio ice cream, bergamot, hazelnut, rum, and cardamom, lily of the valley, pear, jasmine, peony, geranium, white peach, and raspberry. And in the dry down, you've got whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy, tonka, lukum, aka Turkish delight, sandalwood, cacao, and cedar. So it's a very complex note structure, and I must say, this fragrance is honestly quite groundbreaking. We didn't have anything like that before. So, I first of all, I understand why so many people fell in love with it, me included. And second of all, I do understand why brands want to have something like this in their arsenal. It's quite understandable. But yeah, it's beautiful, and we have to give it to the actual creator of this fragrance, which is the Firmenich Group, and Mr. Olivier Cresp and Sebastian Cresp, and of course Mona Katan. So amazing, lovely. The DNA really took the social media by storm, and all the fragrance lovers. But of course, I don't think Kayali is that expensive to begin with, but it's definitely nice to have something that's even more affordable, right? My only issue with some Kayalis is the longevity, and this one is a more of a rare case these days because they definitely did improve on longevity, but this one lasts around 6 hours on me with moderate projection. And I do have some stuff right in front of me that last longer. And many of them I stated are my favorites. I love them so much. They're the best Kayali dupe. And it's all true, honestly. Like, they're all amazing. They're all amazing. But we're gonna start with the ones that are the most different. All right? So let's start with Affection from Lattafa. And this was actually one of the first, if not the first, alternative that we had on the market. So Lattafa does not have such a complex note structure, but it's still quite out there. And the notes are a little bit different because we have pistachio, hazelnut, blackcurrant, and then we have a lot of lactones, jasmine, lily of the valley, raspberry, and then again lactones, vanilla, and tonka. And I definitely do agree with the note structure that this is a very lactonic, milky take on the DNA. Very, very creamy. Very creamy, but also at first you get a blast of black currant, which is quite refreshing and a little bit sour. But as this one dries down, this one is the most like milky, creamy. It's kind of like you had that pistachio gelato and it's the cream itself. And it's the cream itself that you get from it. You know, it's that milky, that lactonic. So this one is definitely the most on the milky spectrum. From all of them, this one is the most milky, creamy. The longevity is very, very decent. It's better than the original. I get good 8 hours or so, 7 to 8 hours with moderate projection. So it's better. It's definitely better than the OG, and this is different. This is more milky, but also that black currant is quite prominent here, so you do get a fresh blast in the beginning. So that is Affection from Lattafa. I get no hazelnut whatsoever. But speaking of nuts, this one is definitely also quite different to the original because this is still that DNA, but with a gorgeous twist of nuttiness. So this one, out of all the dupes that we have, is the most nutty, and not just pistachio hazelnut nutty. No, they took it even further, and we have peanuts here, and peanuts are known for being very heavy, oily, salty. So this is Luscious from French Avenue. This is Fragrance World brand. And in Luscious, we've got pistachio, cardamom, and bergamot. We have peanut and saffron, and then we have vanilla, tonka, honey, musk. So as you can see, the note structure is quite different. Definitely a big, big twist of action here, comparing to the original. So we do not really have any fruity tones. We have no raspberry. We have no like creamy marshmallowy facets. This is still that DNA, but made very nutty, quite like dense and peanutty oily. You know, I'm sure you've had peanuts in your life and you know that they're very, very oily, and you do get that in this fragrance. So I would say this one, honestly, out of them all, is the most interesting and the most unique, and I think the most work was put into this because this is a very, very good twist on young pistachio DNA. I love this one. It's also less sweet. It's definitely less sweet than the others. And that peanut here is amazing. Oh, this is nutty heaven. It's like pistachios and peanuts with a little bit of honey and like creamy vanilla tones, but it's not as sweet as the others. This is the least sweet out of them all, and it's the most nutty, and I personally absolutely love it. It has great longevity. I get good 8 hours with moderate projection. So this is Luscious, and I must say I love the bottle of it. I really, really do. It's very nice. Whereas with Lattafa, like most Lattafas, let's be honest, you know my opinion, I absolutely hate this bottle. At first, it was leaking. I had to wipe it all the time. I really, really do not like the combination of black and white and green because it honestly doesn't match any of my shelf. I cannot put it in my green shelf because it's too black. I cannot put it in my black and white shelf because it has that green aspect. I'm not happy. So scent good, very milky, creamy again, the most lactonic, but I hate the bottle. Whereas here I do love the bottle. So I would maybe rate Lattafa Affection as a good 7 out of 10. Because it's still good but not my favorite, and this one I would rate a solid 9 out of 10. All right, and these two were the most unique, the most different out of Yum Pistachio Gelato DNA. Now we're gonna have fragrances, dupes that are pretty much identical, guys. It's so hard to detect any differences, honestly. So let's start with the one that I do love, but in my opinion, it's probably the least long lasting out of the bunch that I'm gonna show you. So this is Afnan Kiaana Angel. Again, I really do like the bottle. I don't mind it at all. Comparing to Lattafa's, it's a gem. And this one I got in Dubai and I loved it from the first sniff. I even went ahead and wore it for a Afnan launch party, which, you know, fragrance choice is a big deal for me, especially for bigger events. So I really had to love it. Now, this one is definitely way more similar to the original than the others I mentioned. This one has ice cream, pistachio, bergamot, jasmine, pear, white peach, and raspberry, tonka, sandalwood, and cedar. And this one, as you can tell, has more of a simple note structure, and I would say out of all of them, this one will be the most fruity. So in here, you have no notes like rum, you have no hazelnut, all right, so it's way more compact. And I think as much as it is super similar to the original, the emphasis is on the fruits, so pear, peach, and raspberry. I would say it's more of a pistachio gelato, but with fresh fruits sprinkled on top. You know, when you get like a nice bowl of ice cream, it's still that pistachio ice cream, but you have raspberries and peaches and pears, juicy, nice, and put onto that ice cream. So that's it. That's Kiaana. With the longevity, I would say the longevity is very comparable to the original. I get like 6 to 7 hours with good projection though. So this one I would rate 8 out of 10. And now we have two more, and with this pair we're gonna struggle. We're gonna struggle. They're pretty much identical to Kayali, but the longevity is insane. Like the longevity of these fragrances, you cannot go wrong with it, guys. You cannot go wrong with it. Let's start with the one that, again, the nose structure is a little bit limited, just like in Kiaana. And that is also Afnan's brand. So we had Afnan's Kiaana and we have Zimaya, which is the sister brand to Afnan, is the same shit. Inekas Solis. And this one has massive point from me for the bottle, because this one out of them all has the most beautiful bottle. It could easily be a niche fragrance. It's not only iridescent, it like changes colors, but also that green mosaic that you have as a plaque is just amazing. And you have a metal cap. So everything is absolutely stunning here, and for the price, child, we cannot go wrong. So this one again, quite limited note structure, just like Kiaana. I think even more limited because we do not have peach. Here we have pistachio, ice cream, and cardamom, pear, peony, jasmine, raspberry, marshmallow, tonka, sandalwood, and cedar. So again, a little bit of a difference, not much, but still. This one I would say now we are in the territory of 1-to-1. Okay, now this is like we are with good stuff. By the way, the sprayer is also very nice. This is pretty much identical, really. I think I even put it as one of the best releases of the year, or like, or my most worn. I don't know. It was somewhere in the best of 2024. Amazing. And this one has a great longevity. This one will give you 8 to 9, even pushing 9, with moderate to moderate plus projection. But for the bottle itself, guys, like, you don't miss out on this one. Don't miss out on this one. Amazing. Amazing. So this, I would say, is a 10 out of 10 for everything. For the presentation, the luxe feeling of the bottle, the price you pay, which is silly comparing to what you're getting, the longevity, the jupiness of it, which is so like spot on. Yeah. So Inekas Solis from Zimaya, my 10 out of 10. And last but not least, and this honestly wins. This honestly wins, as much as I think it's a massive competitor of Inekas Solis, is a 10 out of 10 for a reason. This one, I think it kind of wins. All right? Because I think out of them all, this one is the most potent. And this one was one of the first that came out for a Kayali dupe, and I must say I also love it because it doesn't have a bad bottle, it's not too bad, and the note structure is exactly the same, and you're gonna have the same exact stages of the fragrance as it wears as with the Kayali, but with very amped up longevity and projection. So this is Paris Corner Khair Pistachio. For me, this is another 10 out of 10, but I would say kind of an 11. All right, it's just mind-blowing how good it is. I would put these two on the same spot. It really depends on the bottle which you like more, but I would say this one is a bit more, even more spot on, and the longevity it's given, spot flipping on. And it has exactly the same note structure as the original. So you have everything here: cardamom, raspberries, pears, hazelnuts, marshmallows, everything. Cotton candy. This one is like so spot on, is ridiculous. So yeah, the best ones, the best exact dupes are these. This one would win because of the bottle, and this one would win for amazing, even better performance than Zimaya, because with this one I get all day wear. Then I would say on second spot, because like these two are together, they are on the first spot. Second spot is for Luscious because of the incredible nutty facet. This one smells niche. This one is the most intriguing, interesting, again, the most niche smelling, the least sweet and the most nutty. Then I would say it would be Kiaana. The longevity is decent. It's not as good as the others. It's still decent, and I love it, especially for the summertime, because it has the most fruity emphasis when it comes to the scent. So this one, if you want something the most fruity, get Kiaana. And last but not least, because I don't like the bottle, and I'm just annoyed by it, the bottle, and probably that's why I don't reach for it. And also it's the most creamy, milky, and for some reason I just don't know. It's just my least favorite. Let's be honest here. It's just simply my least favorite out of them all, and that is Affection from Lattafa. If you are though really interested in that lactonic milkiness, very very big emphasis on lactones here, then this will be your favorite. So it's just a matter of taste. When it comes to lactonic fragrances, I much prefer my fragrance Lost in a Dream, which I do mix with these, and that's how I get my more milky facet instead of reaching for Lattafa version, okay? So yeah, that is it, guys. I really hope I helped you. Honestly, it was so hard to distinguish the differences, if any, of these fragrances, but I really really hope I made your job choosing a fragrance easier. uh, I literally spent weeks doing this, weeks preparing for this video, so it was incredible. Honestly, I'm so fed up with dupes of Kayali and Pistachio, and I'm so fed up with the scent itself. I'm not gonna wear it for the next month for sure. Like, I'm done. But I hope you're not done and you're gonna make your perfect choice. Perfect for yourself, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Everything will be linked below. I do have discount codes for Zimaya, Afnan, and for sure Paris Corner. So check out the description. I'll try to link everything I mentioned in this video. And see you in my next one, guys. If you have another request for such a big comparison of dupes, we've already done Delina, we've done Baby Cat, we've done now Pistachio. If you want maybe Khair, Fusion, and Lychee and all those dupes, I do have quite a bit. So if you want the lychee fragrance and their dupes compared, then leave me a comment below and I can start working on that. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I'll take it for the team. But for now, we're done. And again, see you in my next one. Bye.